Blowing winds. As I recount the times when I was wandering aimlessly through life, the days were long and predictable. My dreams were many miles away as I pondered the way things were going in my life. I remember feeling excited when I was a teenager about becoming an actress, but the choices that I had made put me far from it. While working countless temp jobs to help support my family, I was obligated. My life had formed around the lives of my husband and two sons at the time. I learned to adjust to the different roles that I had to perform daily: a wife, mother, provider, and maid. I decided to buy a planner so that I wouldn't forget appointments, deadlines, etc. The responsibilities grew as my family needs expanded. The time when I would rise in the morning, preparing for the day, I entertained many thoughts. I was losing myself to the daily demands of parenthood. I remember meeting a young woman on one of my temporary assignments who inspired me to go back to school for a degree. When I was alone, I started daydreaming about it. In addition to contemplating school, my plate was completely full, but I felt like Superwoman as I set out to pursue college. My drive was sincere as I exuded the passion that I needed to ignite the steps to becoming a college student. I felt empowered and excited about attending school. I felt even more excited about being awarded a scholarship and completing the first semester with a 4.0 GPA. During my second semester, I found out that one of my close friends had passed away. I really felt sad because I recently sent her a letter to make amends for the reason I thought that we had grown apart. But after making contact with her family, they informed me that they had moved from where I sent the letter. While attending the funeral, I concluded that she probably never got the letter. Therefore, it was a closed chapter in my life. Shortly after, I hit a brick wall when I realized that my personal life was falling apart. My marriage was heading for disaster, and the list was growing fast. I failed at concentrating on my studies, and my GPA dropped after I withdrew from a class. Eventually, the next step was I quit going to school. I panicked with feelings of defeat and anxiety. My hopes were fading, and my prayers were all that I had left. I remember driving past a lake surrounded by homes. The landscaping was at its finest. It had a refreshment house, catch and release pond, water activities for small boats to sail, and an approximate 2-mile walking trail that accommodated bikers and rollerblades. The day that I felt completely hopeless, I visited the lake. As I walked along the trail, I looked up to the sky and the tears in my eyes began to pour. I asked God to help me through it. It was too much to bear because I was torn between two worlds. The birds were flying in the air as the water moved slowly in the direction of the wind. I stopped to ponder the harmony and gazed into the faces of the other walkers. They seemed happy and cheerful as they strolled along. I was clueless in what direction I was going because that was not my story. It was obvious that my wheels were spinning out of control. As I took a deep breath to breathe, my thoughts became vivid. I meditated on freedom, good health, happiness, and love. I didn't think that much of it because I liked the outdoors and being connected to nature. I continued to go there just to pour out my heart to God. It went on for several years. The lake was my refuge, and it had an astounding effect on me. As my life changed, I walked right into the life I had envisioned. The first time I heard nature's sounds of harmony at Lake Arlington. Sudden winds. No matter how things appear, I cannot give in to my fears, for the Lord is with me. Trouble cannot deter my hope. I have fought and struggled. As the days and nights fade, my heart believes. Although I am lost in the mist, my soul longs to be free. Each day that I ponder, I will hold to God's promises. The victory will come if I seek. I will continue to persevere When the storm subsides, the sun will shine again. I will reap and rejoice. My tears will be for His glory. Victory will reveal the outcome. His will. No matter where you are safe in His will. If you have to cry, go right ahead. If you have some bad news, only God can change it. Trust in Him to guide your steps. The trials and tribulations will come. It is time to pray that Thy will be done. God has the answer to every problem. He's teaching mankind to depend on Him. Through faith, we can make it. Run the race to the end. The safest place is in His will. It doesn't matter, keep running. He'll be right there to embrace you. Thank you for listening.